Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of my opinions about classical music. If you are a new viewer, welcome, I'm super happy you decided to drop by. If you're an old viewer, welcome back, I'm happy you decided to come back as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would be very happy if you did. And if you find that you enjoyed this video, I would be super happy if you press the like button as well. But no pressure on either of those. In today's video, I'm going to continue the series that I started a couple of times ago, where I talk about pictures at an exhibition by Mussorgsky. And today I'm going to talk about the Old Castle from Pictures at an Exhibition. The Old Castle is the second artwork you see as you stroll through the art gallery, and it depicts, you may have guessed it already, an old castle. And while the related artwork to this part is unfortunately lost, it is thought to be based upon a watercolor depiction of an Italian castle. For me personally though, I can't help but imagine some castle up in the Scottish Highlands or something. And to me it feels more like a ruin of a castle rather than a properly maintained castle. But that's just going off vibes. Let's look at the sheet music and see what the sheet music says. Right off the bat, I notice one thing that's constantly there, and I'm sure you've already noticed it as well, but if you haven't, I'll give you a second to notice it. Ready or not, I'll give you the answer. It's the G-sharp drone in the bass. And if you don't know what a drone is, it's basically a pitch, usually in the bass, but not necessarily, that sounds throughout several bars, usually, and it's independent of the chord structure that happens above it. And in the case of the Old Castle, it basically happens throughout the entire piece. And I think this is a major reason why I keep thinking about the Scottish Highlands, because if you've ever listened to a bagpipe before, it's basically a bunch of drones that keeps happening throughout and then some melody on top. As you can hear right here where we have a drone on a B flat. And while this of course is quite different, it gives off the same kind of vibe as the G-sharp in the Old Castle does, and I think that's the main reason why I think of it as a Scottish castle rather than an Italian one. Another important part to note about this piece in general is that it's pretty much based around one theme, and that's the same theme that you hear in the opening, so let's just listen to that. And even though the whole piece is based on this theme, it's not the same all the time. It's changing throughout the piece, but it's gradual, so you don't really catch it. And personally, I think that's really cleverly done by Mussorgsky. If you take one section from the opening of the piece and then one section from the middle of the piece, and listen to them back to back, you will hear quite a big difference. And despite having deviated quite a bit from the opening, he somehow manages to get back to it in the ending. And if we combine everything I've said so far, with the drone on the G-sharp and the theme that keeps changing gradually, we get this kind of meditative feeling to the piece. The flow of the piece and the lack of surprises makes it feel quite soothing. And I think that's the main reason why the Old Castle is one of my favorite movements from Pictures at an Exhibition. It gives just the right amount of imaging in your head without being too overwhelming, and I quite like the feeling when you get a bit lost in the music, but you're still present in a way. I want to play the ending of the piece for you because I find it quite nice to listen to. But before we do that, I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm here to remind you to subscribe if you're feeling up to that. And yeah, I would love to know your thoughts about my opinions. And I suppose I'll see you next time. Enjoy the ending of The Old Castle.